Hi, everybody. Welcome to FNS Wrestling Podcast, episode 283. We're back, both of us, down in the basement to talk about another week of wrestling. Jack is home for the holidays. We're recording on Saturday?
Actually, yeah, for once.
We're doing our favorite kind of wake up, finish your notes, come down and record. We'll talk about lazy morning, yes. And then, so we're going to talk about Dynamite. We're going to talk about, I guess, Collision, because it was attached to Dynamite.
But it's
almost
weird
all of
there's
it.
Also still Collision tonight. It's like they split in half.
Right.
So there is still Collision today.
We watched the majority of Collision, vast majority.
Yeah.
I would say. Tiny bit of Raw. NXT I'll go over quickly as well. And then I thought maybe in the news we should just throw in what happened on main event, because we haven't talked about it, right? So we can,
I guess, yeah. I actually forgot it happened, which most people are like...
sort of a preview of us discussing it, I guess.
Most people are like heartbroken. I'm like, I kind of forgot.
Yeah.
Some people ask me like, just because like they know we watch wrestling, they're like, what do you think of Cena's last match? And I'm just like, I don't know.
It's whatever. It happened.
Yeah.
It's probably good. I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have our thoughts
I guess we'll get there
on that coming up. So you were out the last couple nights because all your friends are home as well, which is kind of fun, right? When you're all back from your first little stint to university and you get to hang out together. I was down in Mike's garage. Do you know, what he calls that, like in the group chat now?
No.
It's the enabler, because that's where everybody goes to like drink beer and watch sports and throw darts, right? So it enables us all to do those things.
Okay.
So we watched Jake Paul get knocked out last night.
Which is always a joy.
It was. Everybody, even a couple of the dads don't really know who he is or anything really about him, and they just thought right away, like, he's so punchable. They just wanted him to get knocked out. And he did.
Everyone typically does.
It looked like a trained boxer fighting a non-trained boxer, and he kept like dropping down and grabbing his legs, almost trying to take him down, which you can't do in boxing, right?
Yeah.
So it was very like super heel tactics. It was.
Didn't he have like a Hulk Hogan jacket?
He came in a little bit of the riff from Hogan's song too, I think. So Hulkamania jacket or shirt or whatever he's wearing.
Seems right.
So yeah, that's what I did last night, and then not much going on today, I guess. But happy holidays to everybody, because this will be our last one before Christmas and stuff for people.
Right, because it's on.
And Hanukkah's underway, so enjoy, everybody.
Yeah, I forget what day Christmas. It's like, I want to say Thursday. Today's the 20th.
Do the math.
Sunday.
Look at this university-educated boy counting on his hands. Got it?
Thursday. I was right.
Yeah, I didn't know either, so I shouldn't make fun of you.
Nailed it.
Yep. Anything else to discuss?
I don't think so.
All right. Is there ever a chance that you say, yes, I have? Right? I ask.
Like,
someday you'll be like,
if it's really going to come out, then it's like.
That's right. It would have already happened.
Yeah.
I agree. So let's talk about some news and rumors from the week, I guess, right now. So I guess we'll hit Saturday night's main event quickly and call it news. So I had a friend who doesn't really watch NXT or AEW much text me super impressed with Javon Evans, because remember we were like excited to watch that match, and then
it was like 6 minutes.
I heard it was 6.5 minutes.
I don't want to watch it anymore.
It's just, I know what, and it was probably awesome because apparently they were like shot out of a cannon, you know, because they were like, hey, you guys have 6 minutes.
Well, so, as you'd have to be, right?
Yeah. So, but I guess the point is, like, Everett sort of represents people getting kind of first exposure to Evans, and like really being impressed with him, and he went and watched some of his back catalog.
I guess it did its job then.
Yeah, I think so, right?
Which is fine. It's just like, I'm not going to go out of my way to like watch main roster when it's just a 6-minute match. It's kind of a waste of my time.
Yes. And then anything else newsworthy, I guess, before we get to the Cena business?
Can't imagine. Like Cody and Oba going to DQ kind of makes sense, because they can't seem to let go of the McIntyre Cody stuff, despite them not wanting to put McIntyre over.
And they're protecting both of the people.
And then they don't want Cody to lose, but Oba's like a prospect they need to invest in.
That's right.
So like they just kind of play it as safe as possible. I just wouldn't have booked the match.
And I guess fans aren't happy with it, but
I just wouldn't have booked the match.
That's what it kind of begs the question: why do this?
They didn't have to. There's so many other people Oba could have faced. So many other people Cody could have faced.
If you want to showcase Oba, yeah, put him in a match where he can win.
have him even defend the title in some like a mid carder at least.
Yeah.
Like then it's like, you know, they could just not
They could
do
just
that.
not do
They
that.
could just not.
And then Walter makes Cena tap out while
Which
smiling.
Everyone was angry about, pretty much.
I have zero problem with this.
I don't care. It's not like I have a problem with it or I like it. I just don't care.
I don't really care either, but I don't see.
I think it's fine because, like, well, one, I don't think losing on his way out is bad, and like a lot of people smile because like he's smiling as he taps, so it's like the whole, you know, he's at the end of his road, he can just finally give up and like.
That's what I thought.
Which I think
too,
is fine.
The relief of it.
I would have liked it better if it's just like instead of straight tapping, like he just like smiles and like lets himself pass out, and since it's not like a give up, it's still like kind of a give up. But it's like, you know, I mean, like it's kind of.
I think the give up part was the important part, kind of.
I guess, but I don't care.
Yeah,
that's as much as I want to analyze it.
It helps Walter. Sorry, Gunther.
I don't know that it does, because
not with us, but with the heat he got on Monday night was pretty.
It's not like, but it's not the same as like when Roman beat Undertaker at Mania, because it's like most of the heat's on Triple H, not Gunther.
And I don't know how long it'll last, but
I don't think the heat's gonna be on Gunther that much, because people, I think,
the kayfabe heat's on Gunther, and
kind
the real
of, but
heat's
like
on Triple H.
The heat would be more on Gunther if it wasn't like so much on Triple H, so it kind of takes away from Gunther's thing, and I just don't think it does much for him.
It's a feather in his cap, because I think that he's going to be a lifer.
Yeah,
they went with a safe guy.
I just don't think he needs that, and it doesn't really change anything for me.
No.
And then Triple H got like booed out of the building after.
Yes,
which is pretty awesome.
People were very upset with how things went.
I've seen even more people saying now like the tide's turning, especially with AEW getting the promotion of the year from Sports Illustrated, which actually I could pull that up and we can talk about those. What would I search? Like Sports Illustrated.
Year-end wrestling awards.
Okay.
I don't know.
But yeah, like I feel like it's things like this that are really swaying the sentiment back.
I mean, I'm a kind of a representative of that, because if Raw is at all, I was watching it for a while, right? And I find ways to watch it quickly and not watch the whole thing. And now I'm like, I don't really watch it. I go and check out a couple things here and there, and that's it.
Yeah, right. And
if it were compelling, I would find a way to watch more, is what I'm saying, I guess, right?
They started out so hot too, because we really liked the Rumble and Chamber, and then it got to Mania, which was just so not good.
Yeah.
And then it's just like they were in a rut for a while, and then I feel like it's been not good the rest of the year, and also just their lack of morals.
Right. With Mick Foley quitting them this week too.
Yes, that's another thing we could talk about as well.
Which is kind of interesting.
Okay, so I'm just trying to find like a way where it's like organized decently. Like, okay, so I think I got the Pro Wrestling Illustrated stuff.
Okay.
But I'll save that for a bit. Since we're talking about main roster, I'll keep going. They taped all of their Christmas week stuff for main roster NXT. I won't go over NXT since you actually watch it.
I do.
But I figured we'd talk about the main roster spoilers just for fun. So if anyone wants
not to be spoiled
avoid main roster spoilers, especially SmackDown,
yeah,
I'd maybe skip forward. Like,
I think you're getting one of my news segments in here, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so for Raw, which will air on December 22nd, so a couple days from now. I guess I'll cover one of my news things here is that Austin Theory is the mystery man from War Games, right? With a buzz cut.
Yes.
He's got like new gear that like I'll pull up the picture while I'm talking about this, but he has new ring gear that it really reminds me of, and hopefully you'll kind of remember the vibe too. It reminds me of AOP, if that makes sense.
It does.
And I've seen people already saying that like they think he's gonna be the JD McDonough of the group, which this is my boy so hard, but it's
probably true.
Like the pants look kind of AOP, you know what I mean, right? So it's an interesting look. I like the trunks better for him personally, but it's okay. Anyway, so like there's a segment with him following the reveal last week. Division speaks backstage about it later. Asuka beats Ripley. Becky Lynch promo ends with Intercontinental Champion Maxine Dupree, gross, interrupting and the brawl breaking it, and Lynch taps the ankle lock. Terrible. Like I get Lynch is using a strap to put someone over, but put someone over who doesn't suck. You know?
Yeah.
Like just put someone, like invest in someone worthwhile.
Will you hear people saying how much Maxine Dupree's improved?
No.
I don't know. I haven't seen.
Then later in the night, we get a title match made for January 5th. Cool. Match is made for the week after this. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus the Usos for the tag titles. I love the Usos, like
they're back.
It was the other week, not last week, because that's when they faced New Day, but 2 weeks ago, I think they were like, oh, we're back in the tag division. And it's like they win a match, boom, title shot.
Yeah.
I like that it's also like the first match they had in the tag division. They like hot shotted a rematch between like their greatest rivals, but it's just like a nothing burger match on TV. It's but like
My raw
remember when
notes were like we go back in time and we have Usos versus New Day. Like it was
but
weird.
like not even because it's not there's no substance behind it. Like
No.
I feel like it'd be so interesting to do that feud with the roles reverse. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think they missed that opportunity because what was it 2017? That was like the best feud ever.
They just decided to do everything wrong with New Day after the turn.
Yeah, 100%. But I just love that the Usos they come back and they just like tag title shot like pretty much right away.
That's the depth of the division, I guess. Basically, right?
It's not wrong. And then triple threat match between Fakir, Nikki Bella, and Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah, that was set up
for the title.
That was set up on Raw.
Javon, he wrestled on Raw. He beat Rayo Americano, which I think that one's bait. I made the note
that he was going to be on there.
Nikki Bella cut a promo about her legacy. Great. Bailey beat Perez. Gunther cut out another promo, which got interrupted by Punk and Mysterio. Then Punk and Mysterio lost to Theory and Bronson Reed. So that sounds awesome.
Wow.
That sounds great. That's so interesting, and it's going to get more interesting with SmackDown. I'm only slightly joking. There is one thing that's more interesting. Joe Hendry, that's not what I meant. Joe Hendry's hosting a concert, and he beats The Miz in a Christmas-themed street fight.
Makes sense.
That just sounds so exciting. I can't believe I missed it. U.S. champ Dragunov and Mello had a backstage segment. We had 3 consecutive segments airing with McIntyre, then Cargill, and then Meechin. Charlotte beats Lash Legend. Trick Williams he confronts Cody Rhodes in Nick Gauss' office, which I did see like a news report that Trick
internally
like,
main roster.
Internally a main roster guy, so that makes sense. Good for him. Mello beats Dragunov for the U.S. title, which I saw that yesterday, and I was like, what? That was the first step up where I was like, okay, they taped the shows this week. But I'm super happy they finally gave Mello something. I mean,
is that coincidental that Trick is joining the roster as Mello wins it?
No, because I think
that's
Mello's a babyface. Oh, like a feud?
Yeah.
Oh, then maybe. I don't think they would team up right now. Mello's a babyface, but I could see that maybe. I'm really happy they gave Mello something, although I am skeptical because like it tends to be like, oh, happy when someone wins the title, but then like the title run never follows up.
That's right.
If Mello continues the open challenge thing, I think that could be really good for him because I think that's been really great in raising Dragunov's profile.
Yeah.
And I think you just need to like keep Dragunov on TV with like some storylines now because you could do so much with Dragunov.
And that's what I wonder what happens to him now.
Mm-hmm. But Mello, I think, because he's babyface now, do the open challenge with him. Having Mello wrestle every week would be great. Mello is fantastic in the ring, so I'm really happy they finally gave him something. Though I will be optimistic just because I love Mello. But
I'm still nervous.
I am nervous because I hate main roster, but I will always be happy to see Mello shine because he's fantastic.
I just worry that the way he's been presented to this point has been so lackluster that fans aren't going to accept him.
I mean, everyone's been clamoring for this, so I don't know if that's particularly my worry. My worry is just like them following up on it because they never do.
They never do, no. And then I guess another thing we should talk about, because it is like the most newsworthy thing this week, even though it came up on NXT, was we had a surprise title change.
Oh, yeah.
On NXT, right? That was all the talk of a lot of this week with Thea Hail accidentally, it looks like by all accounts. It's how it felt watching it.
It definitely does. It's because it looks so weird the way
the fans were shocked. The commentary were shocked. The people involved were shocked, right? So Thea Hail, and basically I was telling you, commentary almost got right up against saying when they came back from a break, she actually hit her move like for real and not pretend.
Yeah, like they had to like work their way around it,
and it knocked the wind out of her, and so Hale picks up the win and the title, and Monroe was not supposed to lose there. So apparently, and they already had pre-recorded a bunch of stuff with her as with Monroe as champion still.
I saw that like they forced a change in policy where now like they're gonna have everyone stay to the end of taping.
In case they have to redo things, right? Because it's gonna be interesting what they do.
Yeah,
she's so positioned beside Jordan Grace, so
there's so many times where they don't go through the 3 count.
I agree.
So it's weird that they did it here.
Because it's a running joke on our show that they say that's the policy.
And then they never do it, but then now it seems like they did it, but also seems like, I don't know.
But there's example of them, the ref just stopping the count and not following through.
Yeah. Or because wasn't there, remember the one last year, Money in the Bank, where Priest is facing Rollins and they do the Falcon Arm, Priest just didn't kick out for some reason.
And they just...
Because there's like a miscue.
So yeah, I don't know, but anyways, it all seems like it was not supposed to happen. So Thea Hail gets a title run, which is interesting.
I mean, I think it's cool for her. It's weird how it came about.
Maybe it can springboard her into, like, I don't know. Maybe it's really good for her. She is fun and she's willing to do whatever with any character they give her, right? So, and then Monroe can be angry. I don't know, but anyways,
yeah, I guess.
So that's what happened there. I guess that's me doing my first real news one. What do you got?
The only other interesting thing from SmackDown I saw is that Rhodes is going to defend the title against McIntyre in a 3 Stages of Hell match on January 9th, which I think is cool just because, like, that stipulation coming back is, like, kind of interesting.
Those two could pull off a cool match, too.
Yeah, I don't think I'll watch it.
Probably not.
I just don't care. And,
I might. I won't say
It's difficult that they're doing this feud where, like, they seem so obsessed with doing this feud for, like, months and months now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, now they're doing a thing where, like, they can't touch each other till the match. Or, like, I think it was on SmackDown, it was Cody can't touch McIntyre or he gets stripped of the title. But it's like they've been doing this for months, but they don't want to put McIntyre over.
They don't.
And I don't think they would want to on a SmackDown.
And he, like, at a glance, is the perfect WWE person for them to...
Especially, like...
really get behind.
He was a good champion when he was on top. He had a good run, even though it was pandemic. He had a good run. And then, like, last year with the Punk feud and other stuff, Hughes did, like, the best work of his career. And he got another title run, but then they had to cash in with Priest, obviously.
Well, and from their point of view, he's got the look they want. He seems to be a good company guy, right? So there's got to be some reason they don't want to, but...
I don't understand, like, what the holdup is with him.
I don't either.
It doesn't make sense. So I got skepticism there.
Me too. Did you hear what John Cena in an interview, I think it was with Cody Rhodes on his podcast or something?
Because Cody Rhodes needs a podcast.
What he said his favorite wrestling moment of all time was.
Yeah.
And what was it?
Well, Punk apologizing to Saudi fans.
Yes.
Or whatever. I was like, I saw someone also point out that, like...
Come on.
I saw someone also point out it's not a wrestling moment.
But it's like...
It's not wrestling.
It's so disingenuous.
It is.
Right? Like, is he being the ultimate company guy,
yes.
I guess?
Yes.
I prefer to believe that it's a shot at CM Punk and that CM Punk's going to have some feelings about it and, like, start to implode.
So I like that because, like, it's like, yeah,
I know.
His favorite wrestling moment is Punk being a hypocrite.
Yes.
That's fair. But, like,
that's what I'm hoping the level Cena's on.
Absolutely not.
No.
There's no way. There's no way that's
could it be that Cena's on a level where he's doing both? He knows it's towing the company line and it's a little bit of a shot. Although he loves Punk apparently, right? So, but again,
not thinking that way.
I find like he is impossible to tell when he's being genuine because he isn't.
Cena or Punk?
Both.
Okay, I was gonna say because like Cena, it's like he seems like a good guy, or whatever. But like it's also like some things I'm like. He also, at this point, there's no way he doesn't know what to say.
He is like, so polished now.
He's so
by
good at
the
it.
WWE
he's
machine.
He's so good at
like,
it.
He was good from the get-go. I'm not saying he wasn't, but he's been a part of that machine now for so long. He is so polished, right? Like,
yeah,
he's never going to say anything interesting.
That's my thing, too, is like I've seen clips of him saying stuff. I've seen clips of him from like Van Vliet or whatever. And like, I'm not going to watch that one. Because, like, I'll watch Van Vliet. It's interesting. I was telling you, I watched, like, he just interviewed Fletcher. And I watched that thing in its entirety. I thought it was really cool to, like, listen to Fletcher. And I was saying, like, he was talking about why, like, how he's been wearing the pink ring gear. Like, him talking about, you know, his last year. Because Fletcher's had a crazy year or two, right?
Yeah.
So I really liked hearing the Fletcher one. Or one of my favorites was Ospreay a couple years ago. It was sometime around when we would have seen that. The greatest match ever. Or I find it always interesting when he interviews like Swerve a couple times. I didn't finish the Swerve one, but that was interesting. Or like Danielson. I really liked the one with Danielson. I didn't finish that either, but I watched most of the Danielson one, and I thought like, because we were talking about how Danielson's like only on his phone for like 2 hours a day or something like that, right? Like, I thought there was a lot about the Danielson one that's interesting, and it did feel genuine.
Yes.
With Cena, it's like you never know.
Cena, Triple H is that way.
Triple H has to be that way.
Cody's that way.
Cody's 100% that way.
And to be fair, I don't find many athletes in other sports, the really polished ones. It's the same. Like a bunch of them that really get the media training and take to it, right? Like they're never going to say anything interesting either. So I'm not saying it's just wrestling, but Cena is certainly like I don't know why you need to listen to anything he says, because you have no idea what he actually feels on anything, I don't think.
No.
But anyways, what else do you have? Anything?
The only other one, it's a slow news week, so I'm talking about Damian Priest. And he's been working a reduced schedule due to dealing with multiple injuries.
Oh.
I didn't notice.
You could have told me he just fell out of favor, and I would have been like, that makes sense. Because we're kind of down on him. Right?
I
a little bit.
care. I mean, even when I liked him at NXT, I wouldn't say I loved him. I just thought he was kind of cool. But it's like, now he's just like so boring. It's like, as a babyface, I don't know what he has to offer. Is like,
I know.
He just doesn't do anything.
He was like, fine, you know?
He was cool as like the Judgment Day heavy, or like when people called him bisexual Undertaker. That was pretty funny.
But the push to like top guy was not successful.
I think that was a major mistake.
I wouldn't say. Did you? My note starts with, "Is Aleister Black an egomaniac?" Did you see what he's doing?
No.
Maybe, and actually, you might be like, "Hey, that's kind of a cool idea." I think it's hilarious. He is working on a book.
Okay.
An entire book about.
Okay.
Wrestling attire. Cool.
Yep.
Only his own wrestling attire. Okay. Quote, a book that will give fans a deep dive into the message behind his many wrestling attires. He wants the book.
Oh, the message. That sounds EC3. Now it sounds dumb.
I know.
Now it sounds dumb. He made it sound cool, and now it sounds dumb.
He wants the book, quote, to be something fans can read 50 years from now, and is excited for something that, quote, lives beyond me.
Now it sounds dumb.
Who's buying this book? How many copies of the...
I think it'd be funny.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, you can't tell me that wouldn't be fun to read.
Is that not the sign of someone with an inflated ego?
I think, well, like, between this and, like, some of the things we heard about his AEW run, I don't disbelieve it. I think there are some people I would like to have that kind of thing from, just because, like, someone like Seth Rollins, because he's had so many gears.
Rey
Mysterio. Rey Mysterio, right? Like...
Not Aleister Black. No, and we like him a lot. But
I like him, but I can think of like one or two gears from him where I thought that were really cool. But like a lot of times, like a lot of like it's just he doesn't have a lot of variety. But like with Rollins, I'd like to know, like, because there's a couple times where he wears like the baggy pants and not kick pads. So it's like, what's that? Or like, Rey Mysterio's had like a million comic book attires, or like
that's what I mean.
There's so, or even like Fletcher. I like to hear about why he's wearing a lot of like pink and stuff, right? Or like Hangman's had a lot of good gears. Omega would be interesting because he's always like drawing from these anime, like these things that we don't know. Yes. Like comic book stuff, it's easiest, but like there's a lot of Omega. Like I'd like to see that.
But I think part of, and this is just me interpreting it now, that because you're saying he doesn't have a lot of range in his gear,
he has to like prove that he does.
He's like, but you don't understand the level of the subtlety of the nuance of my
it's
symbolic connections, and you know what I mean?
It needs to look different.
You need me, the genius, to explain to you how all this stuff is super meaningful, and then you'll understand, because you couldn't get it on your own.
What the one quote I saw from one guy was talking about Batman versus Superman. It's like death doesn't equal quality.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's what I'm. And right. I think like it. This is mean, but like, are we approaching if Jeff Hardy's on one end of the scale, right? Like, are we sliding Aleister Black towards
Okay, if we're saying Jeff Hardy's on the end of that scale, who's like on the other end? Like
the most,
like the least ego. I'd say like
Daniel Bryan
Danielson, or like Ospreay seems to be pretty good.
Yeah,
I'd say like, so let's say like you have like your Danielson Ospreay here, and then the other end you have like Jeff Hardy EC3.
Right.
It's like Aleister Black's like
sliding. Yeah, that's funny,
right? Right? Like, so that's I didn't see anything.
That was my favorite news story of the week, and I thought there was news story. Yeah, I thought there was a chance you wouldn't have seen it. And then, did you have anything else? Sorry.
No.
The only other thing I wanted to say, because I think it was Ghost Jam was thinking about watching JCW. He was saying it, and shout out to him for offering us a ticket to that show as well. We couldn't take advantage because your timing with you getting home from school and stuff. But, anyways, I think I mentioned to you, Vince Russo is already killing JCW for me.
Shocker.
So I was watching it for the last 6 weeks, maybe 2 months at most, because I heard he was coming, and I just checked out, what is this? And I was like, you know what? It's kind of fun and whatever. But now that he's an on-screen character, man, it is.
I said, like, it's taking you back, isn't it?
It's all of the... I think he thinks he's doing it like, wink, wink, I'm doing all the stuff people criticize me for.
Like... 25 years ago.
Like there's already been a coal miner's glove on a pole match. and he's already talking about you're either a worker or a booker. You can't have are you one of the boys or are you a booker? Like just all those terms and stuff that he loves to use, right? And then he's just all over the show. It's like an hour and a half YouTube show and he's on it. So it's just like something that was kind of cool and unique and different is now like got his stink on it.
It's the 25-year-old dumpster fire.
It's too bad, but anyways.
I forgot I was going to do the Sports Illustrated thing. I forgot I saw the tabs of it. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to go in the order that they have it. I'll just scroll down. We'll see what we have here. So like there's just that's just okay. There we go. Storyline of the year is Hangman Page's redemption arc. I feel like I don't want to spoil too much from what we'll talk about probably because I guess we get to do that soon, which will be fun.
Yeah, we have to do that probably while you're home.
Well, but guess what? Most of my best stuff's already done.
Well,
Get on it, buddy.
Have you shared it with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Long time ago. I'll double check though.
All right.
Storyline of the year, Hangman Page's redemption arc. I mean, I feel like it's hard not to pick this. I think they did really well with this, and this is when the Death Riders got good again. And I think like, especially if you think about the moment it led to, was such a worthwhile payoff. I thought that really, it's kind of like,
it has to be in consideration.
It's kind of like what you were saying with the Speedball Fletcher match, where it's like you get like this happy ending. Like, well, that one's more surprising than this one, obviously, but still, like you get like this cathartic ending for some great build up. Obviously, that being a match, this being a month-long storyline, but like still, you get I thought the payoff was so like not perfect. I guess perfect, but like just ideal for what the story we were building to, right? And just from this Hangman's journey from the Owen to this was great. So I feel like it has to be front runner at least, and I think this is good. Like out of the ones, this is one of the ones I would agree with from them for sure.
I don't disagree. That's a logical choice, I think.
There are runners up where Cena's retirement, no, and then down for the Death Riders, which is one I've been considering too. So I like that because I think it's been really interesting lately.
I like the distribution of 2/3 AEW too. To be fair,
rivalry of the year, Hangman and Mox. I think we kind of just went over it there, but
yes,
super valid pick. I think it's one of the main candidates
for sure.
So that one's really good. I kind of just goes hand in hand with what we were just talking about, so I won't go over that one too much. Runners up, Tony Storm, Ryan May. Fair.
Love that.
And Punk and Rollins, which I guess if you're going to pick main roster, that's fine.
Yeah, that's the one that would probably fit.
Heel turn of the year, Naomi. I would go heel turn. It's probably Cena. I like heel turn.
Are you saying the turn's the moment and none of the follow through?
Yes, the heel turn.
I don't know. I might consider some of the follow.
Because it says heel turn. It depends if I guess if the consideration is the run, but so maybe I think that's what they're considering. Which in this case it's fair. I do think Naomi's not a bad pick either. The runners up are Cena and Lynch.
Lynch wouldn't even register for me. So Naomi's at least
2024 winner was the New Day, which is
fair.
Yeah,
but again, that's clear. It doesn't matter follow up. That supports you. That supports you.
But most of the follow up for New Day was this year.
True.
So
but it's all been garbage. Yes.
I mean, if we're including follow up, then I would have picked last year. I would have picked Fletcher.
Yeah.
Because the follow up for his heel turn was fantastic. Was great. Best in the mic, Tony Storm. Absolutely not.
No, that's
absolutely
wrong.
Not.
That is incorrect.
Just the shtick and characters, like the amount of times I groan during her promos, and I'm like, oh, like I just no, absolutely not.
But does she just do it really well, and it's the content? Like, is she delivering it amazingly, and we just hate the content?
It's still bad. It doesn't matter.
It's all baked in. You can't separate. We can't separate the ingredients once the cake is baked, right?
I still hate it.
Yeah.
Runners up are Hangman and Becky Lynch. I probably wouldn't pick Becky's good, but there's so many people I would pick over Becky.
Me too.
Just off one promo alone, I'd pick MJF.
Yes, MJF.
But Hangman, I love being in there. Hangman's great. They picked McIntyre last year, which I like.
Yep.
Best in the ring, Will Ospreay. Yeah.
That is correct.
I have nothing to say. Yeah. Runners up are Io and Takeshita.
Io's great. Nice. Very those nice. Are both. Those are all good choices.
Breakout wrestler of the year, Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Like I got
any
no
other
notes there.
Nominees?
They always book the runner up. So yeah, are Dom and Javon. Solid. I don't know if I think Dom is good. Javon, I don't know if he's quite broken out yet.
I don't think.
He's been getting more notoriety, so I guess it depends on how you want to look at it.
It's tough for me to be like NXT and considered breakout. I don't know.
Yeah, but I do think Dom's a good pick.
I do too.
Or a good runner-up. Sorry, comeback performer of the year, Ilya Dragunov. I think that's fair because he came back with gusto, and he's just been going full send with the
Pac
Open Challenge. Pac, yeah. The runners-up are Becky Lynch and Bandito. I think Bandito is a decent pick because he came back early in the year, won the ROH World Title, had a couple kick-ass matches with Takeshita and Hechicero, and then he had a great tag run with Brodito. So
he deserves something.
I would probably pick Bandito, actually, over Dragunov.
Who was the other ones for best in-ring? We agreed on Ospreay, and then we never said
it was... Sorry, that was the Io and Takeshita.
Oh, sorry, we said it right.
Tag Team of the Year, FTR. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna pick them yet, but like, I'd probably go them, Bucks or Brodito. Like they're a good pick. I can't disagree with that. It was a really great year for the AEW Tag Division, so that makes sense. And the runners up are the Bucks and Brodito. So need I say more? 2024 winner, Fraxium, naturally.
Yes, had to be.
Match of the year, and it doesn't say if it's women's or men's. Let me look at the runners up quick. So this is all year.
Okay.
It's Io, Ripley, Belair from Mania 41, which I know you did like.
I liked it a lot. It's not match of the year.
It's not match of the year,
madness,
though. I thought it was pretty good, but the runners-up are Hangman, Mox, Texas Death, and Hangman, Ospreay, Double or Nothing. Spoiler, those are probably my two front runners.
Yeah, those are both fantastic, obviously.
It's probably, if I had to go my top three, just off the top of my head.
Hey,
right?
Gimmick infringement.
Probably Hangman, Mox, Hangman, Ospreay, Fletcher, cage match. If I had to go three, I think
Bailey, Fletcher, TV.
If we're going TV, yeah, TV is Ospreay, Takeshita.
Triple threat when we were there, I loved.
That was good, yeah.
A lot.
If it's TV matches, Ospreay, Takeshita, Bailey, Fletcher, and then maybe I think was it? I really like Brodito Bucks, but maybe I'm thinking the wrong one. Their winner last year is Danielson Ospreay.
Trying to think if there's any NXT matches that are good.
I can't imagine.
I can't either.
They went show of the year Double or Nothing, which I think is a solid pick. That was like Anarchy in the Arena, Hangman Ospreay, which is like probably my favorite match of the year. Monet Hayter was good. And the Ricochet Briscoe stretcher match.
Yeah.
And Okada Speedball where he got drop kicked out of Ultimate Weapon, which is probably like that's probably my spot of the year. I don't know if I'd pick it, but I think it's a fair pick. I was saying like I'd probably go All In was a contender. All
I'd
Out
have to go back
a little biased since we were there.
Yeah.
And then Wrestle Dream was good because that was one where we had a couple of kick-ass tag matches and some other stuff. The runners-up were All In and Evolution.
All It was awesome, and we were there. So that bias may happen for me.
Probably a bit of a controversial one is Female Wrestler of the Year being Mercedes Moné. I don't hate it. I don't fully disagree with it. My thing, and I was saying this to you, that like my probably front runners are... So it's like either her, which I don't love her character works. It's kind of like one note.
Very consistent.
But she's great in the ring.
Yeah.
Toni Storm's also great in the ring, but I hate her character.
Yeah.
And Statlander is also great in the ring, but she doesn't really have a character. So it's like I'm trying to pick the lesser of the three evils in terms of character and also the best in ring. So I'm trying to like find.
So then you go JC Jane.
Yeah. Right. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can pick Storm just because I hate her character so much.
Yeah,
like, it feels disingenuous, but we'll see. Storm and Io Sky are the runners up, which that's fair. I just don't watch main roster.
Io is awesome.
Yeah, I just don't watch main roster.
Yeah,
and then male wrestler of the year is Hangman. I got no qualms with that.
Seems
I feel like it feels pretty right. The runners up are Cena and Mox. I don't know about Cena, but
yeah,
like,
that's
it's like Hangman, Mox, Ospreay.
That was a career achievement award for Cena there, I think.
Yeah. But like Hangman, he had a banner year. Even though his title reign got cut short again, I still think he had a banner year.
The whole story leading up to it and some of the best matches of the year along the way, right? So he was the focal point of the company.
And that's what made the AEW
delivered
best, is him
the
being
whole
the focal
time.
Point. Yeah, absolutely. He was great.
He's not in charge of how his story goes. He can only do what
he knocks it out of the park. Yeah.
I agree.
Promotion of the year, AEW. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I've been saying it for a while now. I feel like they've had such a resurgence year this year. Like, I feel like Dynamite's been the most consistent it's been in a while. Because I feel like 2023, it was a little rocky. In 2024, I feel like it was mostly still good. It's always mostly good, I find. But, like, it was still a little iffy sometimes. But I feel like this year, it was so consistent. I feel like there was a lot of episodes that we really liked. Like, Spring Breakthrough, we really liked because that was the Owen matches with Takeshita and Ospreay, and then Moné and Athena, which is really good. We love Blood and Guts. I know there are a few other episodes we loved. The C2's been great this year again. And like there's just been so much to love on Dynamite. It's been consistently good. And then the general consensus, like AW pay-per-views are like the best thing in pro wrestling, right? Like, come on. They're
doesn't compare.
I couldn't think of an AEW pay-per-view we didn't like this year, and I can think of numerous I didn't watch from main roster, right?
And ones I did watch was consistently mid.
Yeah, right.
At best, sort of thing.
And you had a fantastic storyline with Hangman that they did this year. Ospreay was great. You had them doing Okada Omega in the U.S.
Okada Takeshita thing is awesome.
Okada Takeshita's great. The Downfall of Death Riders. You had Fletcher killing it. You had them bring in the women's tag titles. You had like the tag division came back, right? The men's tag division. Briscoe.
Dorada getting visible.
Dorada, yeah, like they've done so much right this year, and like it's that combined with WWE kind of sucking, right? Like
they're just, and they're
less immoral, I find.
WWE could get me to watch stuff at least way more than they are, but like nothing's grabbing me. It's not like I'm averse. I don't really care. You're going to be harder to get to watch anything, but like
AEW, they don't have to try. I'm there.
If I heard like Raw's been amazing for a couple of weeks, I'll put it on in the background while I do something or whatever, right? And half pay attention.
But like to then if like I hear Dynamite's great, I'm like excited. I'm like,
yes.
But like that's like the thing.
I'm watching Dynamite for sure, and then
it's not like you're watching in the background like Dynamite. Like we're watching. That's the thing we're watching.
Taking
right?
notes, literally.
So I think AEW is like they really nailed this year. I'm really excited for their next year because this year I think just restored the feeling, which is what Ospreay always said, right? I do think this was probably their best year since like what people call like their golden run of like 2021, and
that was my favorite time-ish,
right?
Yeah,
for sure. But this year, like I think this is gonna be a year that people will look back on with similar reverence. Like I think 2027 or 2028 we'll be looking back at like 2025 is like either the start of like maybe the golden era will still be then, or if we're in a down period we'll be like 2025 was the last like good run, right? So I think this year was a great year for them, and they absolutely earned it. I think WWE really crapped the bed this year.
They're in opposite directions, I think, for sure.
And the runners up were WWE and CMLL.
Whatever. You got to put two people there.
2025 Legacy Award for Cena. I don't even really know what that really entails, so that's cool, I guess.
Does that always exist, or did they just invent it for him? I wonder.
Yeah. So
whatever. It's fine.
That's fine, I guess. Good for Cena. Give him some flowers, but yeah, I think like. There weren't any ones other than probably Tony Storm being best on the mic that where I'm like, no,
we were
like there were some where it's like maybe I disagree, but like, it's like one of the ones I could like understand.
Yes, but in the running at least.
Yeah, right. So, but generally I think it's good. Does get me excited to do the year end because that's usually my favorite thing to do.
I got to get on that then.
Yeah, I've been like, I can't help but do it when I'm bored. So like
I should have time.
If you'll look at the doc, and I think I have like most of my categories done. I think I haven't picked Male Wrestler of the Year.
I got to go through all of my
yeah, and then actually
pay-per-view notes.
Okay, sorry. One last thing, since we're talking about it, I made a note. Like you have the phone notes. I did it on my computer because I can of matches I was thinking about rewatching for the end of the year, just because just in case. So we got Hangman Ospreay Double or Nothing because love it. Hangman Mox Death Match. Ospreay Takeshita Spring Breakthrough. Monet Athena Spring Breakthrough. Bucks Swerve Ospreay from All In, that was great. Bucks Jurassic Express Wrestle Dream. Brodito versus Takeshita from same show. Maze Storm, the Maze last match. Punk Rollins Reigns because that was probably my favorite main roster match of the year.
Good, yeah.
Sky Blair Ripley because I remember like I watched it, but I think I need to pay more attention to it.
Yeah.
Then the Omega Powers versus Proto Sheeta from not pay-per-view Australia.
No, not a pay-per-view.
But yeah, so like because I do think we try to do that, so maybe I'll try to start watching some of those matches.
All right, let me know. I'm in.
I need the Triller login because then I could like I can get Triller on my phone. But anyways, yeah, we will be doing the year-end set soon. We tend to do the best of
fast,
but
and then
maybe we should like since if we want to do them both while I'm here, that's the motivation to like crunch it. You know? But we'll see what happens.
Yep.
I don't think it'd be terrible to do.
No.
Remote anyways.
No, it's not terrible. We figured it out. This is easier for me to produce. I'll use that term very loosely. But yeah, it's similar. All right. That's it that was extended news from us.
A little bit.
Most ever. But anyways, we'll get into talking AEW first. And I guess technically it'll be last week's Collision, couple notes from that, right? And then Dynamite. But whatever, we'll figure it out. It's talk about AEW in general.
Oh yeah, I got Holly back.
Didn't you have a name for the Collision recap?
Yes, we'll start with that since we had to do Collision last week. Is this what I call the C4? Because the Continental Classic or Collision Continental Classic catch-up. That's what we do here.
That is right.
So yeah, we'll talk about this, then we'll do the Dynamite conglomerate thing. It's weird because like usually they only do the Dynamite Collision Smush Fest when it's like there's a pay-per-view on Saturday, so it's like okay, we can't do Collision, right?
Right.
But the pay-per-view's next week, not this week.
And there's another Collision.
Still, like, so I would have rather they just like do a taping there, and then like we just get Collision as usual, because it would leave us less to do this way.
So is it only an hour left on the Collision?
Yeah, I think.
So the one today will be just
only
an hour?
3 matches, I think.
Okay.
3 or 4 matches.
I guess they're just trying something.
Yeah, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, so the one from this last week's Collision, aka winner, is coming. We get Claudio Castagnoli and Konosuke Takeshita in the Blue League. It's world champion versus world champion. We got Claudio for CMLL, and Takeshita obviously has the IWGP World title from New Japan. A really strong slugfest match between two guys who are kind of on a roll right now. It's kind of cool with them both being world champions from different companies. Not as good as the match with Mox that Takeshita had, but still a strong one. I think the draw finish made sense to keep guys both strong, and it kind of makes the points more interesting because now they're like they got a point each, but it's less than they would have gotten. So I do like how that shakes out. But I liked that. I thought it was pretty good. It was really hard hitting.
It was
a lot of strong shots.
I had a couple notes. There's a crazy uppercut to Takeshita coming off the apron. Remember that?
Yes.
It just flattened him. Wheelbarrow suplex looked good because Claudio's so damn big, right? Big boot on the floor, and then a cool counter into a neutralizer before time ran out, if I remember correctly.
I do remember that.
Yeah, I thought it was excellent match. Like, Bailey Fletcher's the benchmark, right? And it's obviously not to that level, but still, I really thought it was awesome.
Say my 3 favorites that I can remember are Speedball Fletcher, Fletcher Okada, and then probably Takeshita Mox. I really like Takeshita Mox. Because
this was kind of like two guys that are similar a little bit, right? In terms of like they're similar size and they're both power kind of guys. But I thought it was really, really good. They could circle back around to this on like a pay-per-view.
I thought it was one they could revisit when Takeshi's a babyface,
and let them just have a crazy match.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Then the other one we get Jet Speed facing off. It's Speedball and Kevin Knight in the Gold League. This one was really fun because these guys have such crazy styles, and like they're both a little different, but like they got similarities.
And they know each other so well.
They know each other really well.
Right,
yeah.
That story.
A lot of crazy stuff as expected. I'm not surprised Speedball got the win because he had the momentum after being Fletcher. So I like the Speedball getting a couple wins in the C2 is surprising, but that's great. So yeah, this was really fun. I really liked it.
I remember the one thing we both were audibly reacted to when Bailey's doing his spins and we were expecting a kick and he threw an elbow instead.
Yeah, he like misses the kick and then he falls with the rolling elbow really
awesome.
quick. It looked really good, yeah.
And then I think Knight crushed him with a drop kick right after that. And then Knight with the coast to coast, right? Where he has so much room to go. And a flamingo driver.
The flamingo driver for the win was really cool.
It actually, the flamingo driver had a little more snap than it does sometimes on that. It looked good.
That was really good, yeah.
Yeah, really fun and like super different from Claudio Takeshita, right? And
that was the cool part.
Love Bailey getting another win for sure. And just this tournament doesn't disappoint. Like the worst match is still good.
Yeah.
Like it'd be interesting when it's done to go, okay, what was the worst match on there?
That would be
like,
really
it's still really good.
Yeah.
You know?
There's no like bad, I don't think there's ever been a bad C2 match.
I'm never sorry that we sought them out on Collision because we don't watch Collision, but we go to check these matches and it never disappoints.
The one thing I was thinking about watching from Collision but we didn't have having time was Swerve Alexander.
Yeah.
But
it's probably good.
Womp womp, I guess.
Yep.
Moving the Dynamite, or I guess not Dynamite, but whatever the thing is, it's Holiday Bash. We're like right in the Roddy and Jonathan Moxley, which is a match we've seen somewhat recently, so it's less fresh than some of the other matches. Not that that's a bad thing. It's just it is a match we've seen before, so it's a rematch. It's the Blue League. I think there was one time where Mox won, and I think Roddy won that one by countout, which was when they got the Blood and Guts advantage. So I guess it's a tiebreaker here.
I guess so.
Countout wins a win. Brief crowd brawling, suicide dive from Mox. He goes for a gotch pile driver. Roddy counters, sends him out of the ring before blasting with a wrecking ball dropkick. Backbreaker on top of the steps from Roddy. Big superplex from Roddy. Mox the pile driver for 2. Roddy nails a jumping knee for 2, and then he locks Mox in the stronghold. Mox fights out, knocks Roddy out of the ring. Roddy gets back in, gets dropped the paradigm shift, Death Rider, and Mox wins, which, worth noting, Roddy is now mathematically eliminated.
Poor Roddy. Pretty nasty looking Death Rider to finish it, too. I thought it was kind of slow-ish until Roddy got things going in the middle. When
Yeah,
Roddy
I
took
thought
over,
so. Mox was kind of methodical, and then Roddy really picked it up. Yeah,
and he's super fun to watch. So really good match, and I guess Mox's recent run is supposed to give you like maybe there's a chance Roddy could win, right? So it added a little drama.
I do like that, but you knew who was winning.
Yes,
still.
and it wasn't enough to like forget that he wasn't.
Especially because it didn't feel like the same fever as
O'Reilly. No,
yeah.
I agree. But fun to watch.
I think if O'Reilly wasn't like kind of out hurt and he was in the tournament, and like so, let's say, I would assume Roddy was the alternate for O'Reilly.
Mm-hmm.
And assuming that's so, if this was O'Reilly, then I think then that drama's there since O'Reilly beat him, right? So I do think that what drama was not quite there. But like typical stuff from Roddy with the back targeting, but I like that he also followed the recent trend of going for Mox's ankle. It seems like O'Reilly really opened that door for people at the exact wrong time for Moxley, right? So I really like that. And I think it'll be interesting to see how that factors as the tournament's kind of starting to wind down a bit. And so I'm interested to see if Roddy ends up playing Disruptor to anyone, because that's what we saw with Commander. He was mathematically eliminated, but then he got that win over Claudio.
He's a spoiler.
And then Claudio was taken out of the semis, right? So I'll be interested to see if we get anything like that. Quick Eddie Kingston promo. He says he's either winning or learning and never losing. He says he learned from facing Joe last week, and he says everyone he faces after will see what he learned. He'll never quit 'cause this is all he has, and one loss won't hurt him. He'll move forward, and we'll see who steps up on Collision. I thought this was super basic, but I really loved it 'cause it's just a super babyface promo to endear Kingston. Everyone, it felt real. It felt like somewhat emotional. It felt super babyface, and it came across as really likable.
And it's funny because it's now like upbeat, kind of optimistic Eddie.
It's oddly optimistic, but like it just feels
he's so good. It's
just a feel good, right? So I really liked it.
Yep, and it's a Collision thing. So whatever.
Yeah. Then we get the Elite taking on the Don Callis family, which is Hechicero, Takeshita, Okada. In $1 million trios match, the Bucks are trying to get their money back. Callis, he does the long-winded intro for Takeshita, and then Hechicero separately. They start walking the ring, lights go out. Okada makes his big pomp and circumstance entrance, so that was pretty funny. The Bucks come out to the BTE theme, the old BTE theme, which is the Elite's group theme for a while, I think. So they come out to the old music, then that stops, and they transition to Omega's music. They walk down. I wish they either went all in on the BT theme, do like the whole Elite entrance, or I was really hoping for Kira on Wayward Son. I think that would have been so much cooler. But regardless, a little bit of chill seeing them back together. I thought that was really cool, though, still.
What did I text you? Your dreams have been crushed because you told me they didn't come out to Wayward, something along those lines.
So that kind of sucked. Cornerback elbow from Omega with stereo Gamagiris from the Bucks. Okada and Takeshita gear up for a double suplex on Omega. Then Okada just kind of leaves Takeshita to do it. Takeshita shoves Okada, and he and Hechicero do the suplex on Omega. I thought that was kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
Each member of the Elite hit a top rope move on Takeshita. Stereo suicide dives from the Elite to the floor. Hechicero hits that spinning hammerlock backbreaker to Matt.
Cool.
I think it's with the Mad Scientist bomb or something. Nick Jackson hot tag flurry, not the same as it used to be, but still he's on a roll. Risky business to Takeshita for 2. Takeshita smashes Nick's face with a rolling elbow. Absolutely beautiful. Nick counters the Mad Scientist bomb from Hechicero and then comes back with a destroyer. It was great. You get one of those crazy sequences where everyone's involved. Hechicero body slams Matt, and then Takeshita blasts him with the power drive knee for 2. Nick broke the pin there. And then we get an assisted one-wing angel to Hechicero for the win. The heels attack after the match. Takeshita and Okada each hit their finishers to the Bucks, then switch and hit the other Buck.
Mm-hmm.
Then Omega comes back in and chases them off with a broom.
Big old broom. Yeah, this was a pretty awesome trios match, right?
I thought it was fun, and this is the match type that I feel it's been missing from the Dynamite format for a bit.
That's what I was gonna say. It's a nice separates like these kind of serious, straightforward singles matches, right? Which are awesome, don't get me wrong, but it adds like a trios where the ref loses control and there's no, you know what I mean?
And that was another thing that I forgot to mention earlier that made Dynamite so great this year. Like we were getting so many of these random multi-man tags regularly that were so fun.
And the crowd was really keying in on the Elite being back together. Okada, Omega facing off for the first time on Dynamite, right? That's a pretty big deal for everybody.
Yeah, and I even like seeing Omega and Takeshita interact again.
And you get the now babyface poor Bucks getting more money, right? And Callis can be angry and fuels his team, so it all makes sense. And it was a fun trios match.
I thought it was a decent break for Okada and Takeshita too, because they're busy in the C2, but this is kind of like their break from that.
True.
Yeah, really fun trios match. I really liked it. Like you're saying, fun change of pace from the tournament, and it was great to see the OG Elite back together. It does bring me some joy, I can't lie. And it's a really star-studded match. Like no one hears any slouch in the ring.
No.
So I thought this was really fun, really great, simple story. It worked for me. I liked it.
Me too.
I hope we see the Elite back more. I think like they should go for the trios titles. I think that'd be cool. I think they have to go for the trios titles because I think there has to be some sort of alignment with Hangman fighting the Ops. I feel like it's too coincidental.
Yeah, you're probably right. I haven't really thought about it, but now that you say that.
And like, I think there's and much like the Bloodline, except this one, I don't think they drag it out much. The Elite drama is some of the most entertaining stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a story to be told with Hangman and Omega are still in good terms from the last Elite reunion, but since the last Elite reunion, Bucks went heel EVPs, and then like they were trying to cost Hangman the title at All In.
That's right.
Like they were interfering on Mox's behalf.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'll be really interesting to see Hangman. Like now you could see kind of a redo of the original Elite storyline where like you had Hangman and Omega as tag champs, but Hangman's kind of at odds with the Bucks, but Omega's still friends with them. But now it's like different because they're not gonna be. It'll just be interesting. So I think there's a lot to be done. I assume like early next year. I think it'll be interesting. We'll see how the 4-way at World's End shakes out. But speaking of which, we get the contract signing for the 3-way at World's End with Hangman, Swerve, and Joe. They each get introduced one by one, with Shivani being in the ring. Joe tells him to shut up. He apologized to Hangman. No, it's not right. There's no D in there.
Could be.
It's not right. Hanagman. That's the classic.
That is old school.
He apologized to Hangman Swerve for bringing his colleagues. He's got Hook and Haas with him. I think Shibata's the only one missing. But he says they're always volatile and predictable, so we wanted to make sure everyone was safe, and there was nothing triggering to make them do something stupid. And as he's saying that, he's like staring. He's staring at Hangman with his arm around Hook, which I thought was really funny. And then he signs the contract. He says he'll see them both at World's End, and walk out still champion. And he says
you said it right.
I know. He says he hopes they make it there in one piece. Swerve says he came back for the title, and if the match had a different finish, he'd be coming after Hangman. After everything they've been through, there's a strange mutual respect, but also mutual hatred for Joe. He says the last time they had a contract signing, Joe put him down bad, but then he paid him back by taking the title from Joe. He says Joe's been putting him through the ringer, and he'll pay him back again by taking the title again. And Swerve stomp the hell out of him and leave a face mark so bad it'll be worse than the fake tat he had in TNA, which I thought was a sweet line. He says Joe better bring everything at World's End because you can't kill a god with bullets. And then he signs the contract, which that was a great ending line, I thought. Then we get Hangman's turn to speak. He wants to remind them how they were fighting together for the title in July and free her from the Death Riders. He says when Joe challenged Mox, it could have been him as world champion if they had figured out how to work together.
Mm-hmm.
And same for Swerve when he challenged Moxley Dynasty if they had figured that out. He says then when they figured it out, it was left to him to get the job done. He did it, and he knew his champion one by one, each of them would be across the ring from him, and he'd give them the opportunity they fought for. He gave Joe that opportunity. He failed, but instead of accepting defeat, he turned to Hobbs, Shibata, and Hook, and Joe became what he fought against, and he's worse than Death Riders on their worst day. Joe has no self-respect or dignity left. He would hate for Joe to be remembered as the piece of shit he is today. Joe says if anyone would know about that, it's this town. They're in Manchester. Hangman says he planned on defending the title against everyone who helped him. He shouts at Darby and Ospreay, said he knew he'd face Swerve eventually as champion as well. He talks about how Swerve came back to challenge the champion. If it had been Hangman, he would have expected nothing less. And if Swerve beat him, he would have accepted it and handed it over. But that's not what happened. He says at World's End, he doesn't know who will leave as champion, but it will not be Joe. Joe has messed up worse than he knows, making enemy out of the two of them. And Hangman signs. Shivani goes to sign off, but the lights go out. MJF's music hits, and he comes out. He grabs his Casino Gauntlet contract. He signs it to cash in. And Tony Schiavone announces that he's added to the World's End match. MJF insults him and tells him to leave. He says everyone's likely wondering why he'd cash in now and face 3 men instead of 1. And then he turns to Hangman and says, "Hi, Seabiscuit."
Gets me every time. I don't know why.
It always amuses me. He talks about how Hangman might have been right. How the old him would have taken every shortcut, but would really cut deep for Hangman is beating Hangman and 2 of his biggest rivals. So nobody has any excuses. Joe tries to kind of cut in, but MJF cuts him off, and they get face to face. He says he's not afraid of Joe anymore, but he still hates him. He says when Joe took the title from him, the people turned on him. He says unfortunately the fans dictate who goes down as an all-time great, and that's what he needs. He says Joe's luck has run out, and he'll make Joe fall back harder than his hairline. and he'll end Joe's reign in the same event where Joe ended his 2 years ago. Swerve says if MJF needs to be afraid of anyone, it's him, so MJF switches his attention to Swerve. He says Swerve reminds him of a musician who's also mogul and rocking too much baby oil, and he like straight name drops Diddy.
He does.
He says people know him as Swerve, but since he was 18, he's known Swerve as Shane. He says he went to AEW and became their biggest homegrown star as he stares at Hangman. And he said Swerve went to WWE around the same time and had an iffy run there. He said he thoroughly enjoyed, and he did say WWE. He thoroughly enjoyed watching Swerve twerk for top dollar, and says then Swerve knocked on his door and accomplished great things in AEW. He called Joe Sloppy Joe numerous times.
Also funny, yeah.
Also funny every time. For the title, and he held it for 126 days, and the MJF kind of like, he's just like, mine was 406. He says, now the problem is Swerve is in his way and biting the hand that feeds him, and he's being a messy tenant. It's his house, not Swerve's, and the rent is due, and the devil has come to collect. He says at World 10 he aims to handle all his business and get back what's rightfully his, the Triple B, the AWE World Championship, because he's better than you, and you know it.
Yeah, man, this was really long. That's one of my only, but like everybody did a great job.
I loved it.
And then I thought MJF was just on one here.
God, great.
Yeah, he was. So I'm gonna nitpick him because I'm gonna praise the rest. I don't feel like his reasoning for cashing in is that I feel it's kind of flimsy.
I like it.
From what we know of MJF, it feels a little inconsistent.
It is, but
he's about doing like a noble act almost.
He did say he would come back different though.
I guess so. But
so I like it.
Amazing, just promo, obviously.
Where's segment of the year?
Lots of really funny things. He's mentioning WWE by name to get a reaction. Like it's all designed to get reaction from the crowd, and it works. And he's really, really good at it. So, yeah, I thought he just crushed here, and Hangman was good too. Like his point of view is understandable, right? So yeah, this was an awesome segment, and MJF is back. And do you feel like MJF wins this title?
I don't know now.
And Bandito wins the ring?
Oh, maybe.
And it's a ring versus title?
And then I was like, oh, maybe. I was thinking Ricochet could get the ring because, like...
Not to spoil, like, what happens later in the show, but that's what got me thinking, like...
That's an interesting...
Because I don't know if Joe needs a long run.
He doesn't.
And it's transitioning because MJF as a
And I don't
heel
think
champ,
Heyman's going to win it back yet.
I don't know.
I don't know if Swerve needs it right now.
And you want to elevate Bandito.
I don't think Bandito would win the title.
And he deserves it. No, but like even getting him in the orbit.
That's an interesting thing to think about.
Yeah.
I didn't consider that. But yeah, this was a hefty segment, but I'd be lying if I didn't say I loved it. I thought everyone delivered, and this was thoroughly entertaining. I thought Joe was solid. But the least interesting part, because I thought he spoke the least.
Absolutely.
No fault of his own.
It was like he was just teeing it up for the other two, which is fine. And
yeah,
he's a pro.
That totally works for me.
Yeah.
I liked what he said. I did like how he was goading Hangman with Hook being there. I thought that was a really great heel move.
Yeah.
I thought. I really like what Swerve had to say. And seeing as he beat Joe for the title already, and he's all about the title, he's got logical gripes here, and he's obviously got Hangman. He's got history with Hangman. Hangman was great too. I loved it was a super babyface promo that I enjoyed. I like that he and Swerve they seem to agree that they have this mutual respect now, which is so crazy to hear, but I like it. I like that Hangman stood on the fighting champion morals, even though he's not champion anymore, and he's also like against mega heel Joe and then Swerve, one of his greatest rivals. So I thought that was all great, and I like that all of them have history with each other in terms of those three, right?
And his way of acknowledging it and reminding us was cool by like, I would have given you a shot because of this and this and this. You know what I mean? Like I thought that was smart.
Or like not even denying that like if they had helped one of the other two, like then he might not have been champion there, right? But things really picked up when MJF came back though, completely unexpected, which is great because like it didn't even get leaked. I thought that was
I wasn't
really fun surprise. He was also on fire. He basically let none of them speak once he started. And he had reasons for being in 4A as a cunning heel, which I thought it made sense. I liked it. And like it doesn't. I don't hate it just because like he has to cash in advance anyways. So
he does.
He might as well get back at them. And I like that like he made it seem like it's all to get at Hangman. And me personally, I don't think it's unbelievable that like he's so about proving that he's better than Hangman, that he's a better homegrown talent than Hangman, that he's more worthy of the fans' adoration than Hangman, that he would do this to spite Hangman.
If they'd done a little better job of selling that to me, I would love to buy that.
Because that seems like what he was saying to me. he had good reasons for getting a Hangman, right? But he had decent reasons for getting a Swerve. I think that was most simple because they haven't really interacted.
Yeah.
But like it worked. It's like, okay, you're coming here trying to be a big star. Like
you're in my way now.
Right. Like that's fine. That's basically how Swerve and Hangman started feuding. So that worked for me. I like this gripes with Joe because they played into his need to be champion and secret need for fan approval. Because like I like that he conveyed the fan approval where it's like the fans dictate who's great, so that's why I want the fans to like me, not just because I want to be liked, but because I want to be the best. Like I liked how he kind of conveyed it, and like you know what I mean, because we all know he wants to be liked, right? So I like that. And then his beef with Hangman was the strongest, and I like that incorporate the fact that Hangman has beef with the other two, so like MJF getting at Hangman involves the other two, so I like how it all kind of came together. And I like how pretty much aside from MJF and Swerve, mostly like everyone's got kind of beef with everyone.
That's right.
Or at least with like multiple other people. So like I like the interconnected stuff within here,
and that they acknowledge it and they don't just forget about
it.
Like this is more
and
realistic,
they're helping everyone make those
connections.
right. So I thought this was great, and I like that MJF's doing all this to get at Hangman and get the title, kind of two birds one stone. And this is some of MJF's finest work. I think he was really on a roll here. I was laughing the whole time, and I thought he made some good points. I could see him winning. I feel like it's kind of anyone's game. I think there's more likely outcomes than others, but I do feel like it's kind of anyone's game, and I'm really excited for this because
I feel like
inserting
MJF means he's probably winning, and I don't exactly know why I feel that way, but I do.
I don't disagree, but at the same time, I also feel like MJF being there is unpredictable just because I didn't expect it. I fully, I called the three-way. I knew that was happening, but now it's like, I don't know.
So he wins that, Bandito wins the ring, MJF wins that's how he can still say he won every single ring, and then the long term is Paige chasing MJF, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't that all make a lot of sense?
I'm wondering how I want to.
It gets you Bandito that moment in the sun, right? And have an epic match on a pay-per-view. I don't know. Seems to make a lot of sense. I'm here for it, all of it too. Don't get me wrong.
That. I like that.
Yeah.
But I don't. That's my thing. Is like, if Ricochet were to win the ring, then you would think it's a babyface champion.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's like that narrows it down to Swerve and Hangman. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. But I do like MJF complicating things because it makes this very interesting heading into World's End. So I'm really excited. I do find it funny that we've ended up with a 4-way match for the world title for the second year in a row, because last year it was Mox, Switchblade, Cassidy, and Hangman.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see that. This one I like better. I think this one feels more interesting. Then we get quick jet speed promo. It really it really wasn't much here. It was just they were kind of just talking about how they're confident about getting wins in the C2, and they're like just kind of like joking about the match they had.
I thought the audio was terrible, and I couldn't even really tell. I just was like, it seems generally basic. I don't know.
It was, yeah. I didn't really know it just because like it wasn't that much of note.
Audio was brutal. I did not enjoy.
I didn't even know if I noticed that. It was just whatever. Then we get a 8-woman tag. It's Monet, Athena, Bane, and Shafir, or I guess in the Mega Problems, versus Babes of Wrath and Timeless Love Bombs. I don't think I noted a ton from this one. It was Bane hit an avalanche around a Willow. Shafir had that tire feint head scissors thing she does, and Storm knocks her off the apron with a hip attack. Mina with a dive to the outside, and then Athena does. Monet runs up for one, and she gets absolutely pounced by Willow. I thought that looked really great.
That looked good.
Athena came from behind Willow and hit the Eclipse, and then Monet pinned her for the win, so they get the pinfall over the tag champs.
Yeah, it was pretty short. I think it was like 10 minutes with a full commercial break in there. So I feel like they tried to get a lot in. The flow was whatever. I don't know. It wasn't a sustained pace. The flow wasn't great, and I thought the pounce looked good. Storm actually looked good.
I like the finish. I like how she kind of came from behind with the O-face or the Eclipse or whatever. And so, like, you didn't have that awkward setup.
It didn't feel in service of anything. I don't know.
It's just to get the women's tag title match for the pay-per-view.
So it was fine.
Monet and Athena against the Babes of Wrath. So that's nice, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
It was fine. It didn't interest me much. It was a good crop of talent, but it felt a little lackluster. And the finish was good and sets up a tag title match. But I wish we could have done better than this.
I agree.
Move right into Kyle Fletcher versus Pac for the Continental Classic Gold League.
I was telling you in the moment, like, this sounds weird because Fletcher's so young, but it's almost a dream match for me because I am one of the bigger Pac supporters you'll ever find. And then Fletcher's like that guy that is just he's about to enter his peak, and him facing other awesome people is just really fun to watch.
Super kick from Fletcher. He goes up top, but Pac joins him. It's an avalanche overhead belly to belly. Huge very hard moonsault from Pac to the floor. German suplex from Pac for 2. Poison Rana from Pac. Fletcher caught Pac with a calf kick. Then he follows up with a sit last ride for 2. Fletcher catches Pac from a crossbody, gets him to fireman's carry. Pac kind of counters in a brutalizer until Fletcher gets to the ropes. Fletcher, Pac's up top, and he hits that running corner kick to Pac, but to his leg, so he kind of gets tripped up out of the corner, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Then he kicks him again in the face. Brainbuster for a near fall. Pac nails an avalanche poison Rana and hits the Black Arrow for the win.
Yeah,
which was
what a
crazy
finishing combination.
Yeah,
awesome. I kind of was picking up, maybe I was reading into it, but I love that Fletcher was looking really frustrated that he couldn't put away Pac at times, just like he couldn't put away Bailey, right? And that maybe that's kind of weighing on his mind. Why can't I just finish these people?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome action. The finishing combination of a avalanche Rana and a perfect Red Arrow with a 30
Red Arrow, wow.
Sorry, a 30-pound heavier. I almost said heavier Neville too, but heavier
14
Pac.
pounds of muscle.
And Pac is kind of on a roll, right? Like he's winning more than he's losing right now,
which is so refreshing.
And Fletcher has now lost 2 in a row, which my interpretation is this is a huge compliment to him because
I think he's now
at
above
that level.
I was thinking that too.
Where they're like, he's a made guy. We can hang
it's
a couple.
It's an odd compliment,
right? But you can put a couple losses on him.
I agree because I remember when he was in the C2 last year, I remember watching him being like, I don't want Fletcher losing much because he needs to start building wins and building momentum. So I was like, okay, he lost a couple matches. He lost I think he lost to Briscoe. He lost 1-2 matches. But it was okay, right? But now I agree. He's at the point where I don't think there's much that can hurt him.
It doesn't matter.
I don't think there's much that you can do to stop him.
Love both of them. It doesn't matter if Will Ospreay takes losses. It does matter if Pac does.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're not at that same echelon. So I think Fletcher's in there now.
I agree.
Swerve can lose, Paige can lose.
That's how
Joe
I feel.
lose.
I know that because it doesn't bother me that Fletcher lost either of these matches. Maybe a year ago, I'd be like, we should be building Fletcher, but Fletcher's there and he's main event adjacent. He's fine. It's kind of guaranteed that he's going up.
Or you'll read reaction are they cooling his push? No, this is
I don't.
And part of being in a grueling tournament too is if you're dinged up or whatever, it's really hard to beat everybody.
Yeah, and I think this is just. It's odd that the losses I think help cement his status a bit.
Yes, and it helps Pac. So I've thought this was a really cool match.
Another great match. Doesn't quite hit the same as last week's, but this is still great. Another dream match. I loved it. Big beefy Pac and Fletcher, both such hard hitters with really killer movesets. So just such a cool match to get. Finishing combo from Pac looked amazing with another shocking loss for Fletcher. But like you're saying, I think he's beyond that really hurting him.
I do.
Especially when Pac's been killing it lately. He also got a definitive win with the Black Arrow, which is just so nice to see. It's almost like I got a drill claw.
Yeah.
It's almost like
and
I got a
he
drill
hit
claw.
It perfectly too.
Absolutely nailed it. Well, I saw him going up and he hit it. I was like, no one kicks out of that.
No, you did say that because I was not expecting that finish. So
yeah,
you said that, I was ready then. Okay, and nope, he did not kick out.
No one kicks out of that. Really great for Pac. He's been on a roll lately, and he got to win on home turf, which is also really cool. And now the Gold League's super interesting because we don't have a clear leader. Because if I think I can find it, let me see if it's on.
Didn't you say everybody's tied basically?
I want to say
Almost
I'm pretty sure
everybody?
it's I'm pretty sure it's tied between because Bailey's got 2 wins. I'm pretty sure it's tied between Bailey, Pac, Fletcher, and Okada.
So pretty close to your dream job in life. I think if they called and said, "Hey Jack, we want you to book the C2."
That'd be awesome.
That'd be your dream
C2,
job.
here it is.
They'd be like, you can pick who's in each pool, and you can design the whole thing. That would be so fun.
Yeah. Okay. Right now, Gold League it's 6 for Okada, 6 for Speedball, 6 for Fletcher, 3 for Knight, 6 for Pac, 0 for Perry.
Right. So you got 4 guys in the running?
Yeah, it's pretty much everyone's in the running except for Knight and Perry.
Right.
Perry, I guess, he could still win if he wins all of his matches, but he's facing.
That's not what he wasn't even supposed to be there.
He has to face Speedball, Fletcher, and Pac, so I don't like his chances.
No.
And then for Blue League, it's Claudio and Takeshita tied for first at 7, and then Mox and Cassidy are tied at 6. Roddy's out, and Dorada has 3.
Still feels like Takeshita Okada, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so too.
I feel like it's
I'm
just...
totally fine with that.
I think the more intriguing part is just seeing how the semis shake out. Because for me, it's probably Cassidy and Fletcher. But now it's like you could maybe make an argument for Mox and Pac or Claudio and Pac being in there. Like I think Takeshita and Okada are the 100%ers, and then it's just a matter of who else are we going to throw in with them.
It'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty much regardless.
Yeah, there's no bad combination, which because the field this year has been really great, I think. I'm really disappointed Darby didn't get to ride it out, but it's okay. Anyways, then we get the Dynamite Diamond Ring Battle Royal. Ricochet and Goa attack Brodito during their entrance. Brody King's wearing pants again. It's weird.
It is weird, and I normally don't care when you say...
I want a book on that.
Attire change.
That's why he starts saying
Maybe he gets a chapter from being in House of Black.
Anytime someone makes, like, interesting gear, I'm like, put in the book.
And Buddy Matthews' pants could be...
Buddy Murphy's shorts have to be in the book.
His shorts could be in the book.
Yeah, I want like guest chapters where it's like you do like we got like a chapter on Buddy Murphy.
Aleister Black pontificating. Actually, it was my idea for Buddy to have.
Yeah, I would like one on Moxley that one time, or like that one period of 2024, early 2024 when he's wearing kick pads for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
That was weird. I don't like that was weird. Or like Roman Reigns talk about why he stopped wearing a vest. Actually, I feel like that's self-explanatory. Just shouldn't have been wearing it. Anyways, Caster and Bowens had Cesar Timbers to Khan, like kind of further teasing the clean reunion.
Yes.
Ricochet eliminates Caster. Davis eliminates Austin. Davis throws out Bowens, and Ricochet lowers him to eliminate him. King and Davis chop Luchasaurus and close on each other, and Luchasaurus takes them both out. Benjamin kind of chucks Ricochet up into a chokeslam from Luchasaurus, which I thought was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Alexander eliminates Benjamin, then Davis and Luchasaurus. I thought the Callis guys looked really strong in this. Like Davis
Alexander got a nice stretch there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. King takes out the Demand, hits a Deathline driver to Ricochet into the corner and where Leona's seated. Brodito team up to eliminate Alexander. King clotheslines Leona over the ropes to save Bandito and eliminate him, but Brody King also takes it out himself. Bandito eliminates Khan, Poison Ron style, and it's Bandito and Ricochet next week.
Yeah, this did not get a lot of time, eh? Like, it was very compressed.
It did feel like pretty short.
But there's also not as many people as a standard, right?
Yeah, so, it was solid action, I thought.
Yeah, it was. And moved really quickly.
I don't know if I would have put it on last, but...
And like not a ton of memorable outside of who won, right? Like, what will I actually remember from it?
Yeah.
Nothing really, but I have no problem with the winners. Like, I think that's fine. And that's going to be a cool match. And that's where my first note was. Are we getting MJF winning the title and Bandito winning the ring? That's where it first came to me at the end of this. So
it's
I don't know.
My thought process was like Ricochet with the ring could work if it's not MJF.
Yeah, it could.
Because it's a heel gimmick, obviously. So
Ricochet Bandito should be sweet.
That was my thought. I'm really excited for that. That'll be really cool.
This was kind of whatever. I agree that it's not really a main event worthy thing, but that's what we got.
Then we're going to the collision portion, which I only took notes on the 1C2 match, so I guess that's all I'll be talking about.
Yeah,
we can mention the tag title match. But it's Dorada and Orange Cassidy. Dorada, he had Cassidy in a surfboard stretch, and then Cassidy kind of counters back in his own version of it, so I thought that was kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. We get hands and pockets offense from Cassidy. Goes for a suicide dive, but Dorada blocks him, hits a kick, suicide dive of his own. Dorada with a tilt roll backbreaker on the floor, then a running shooting star from the apron. He handstands to block a DDT from Cassidy, but then Cassidy ends up getting one shortly afterwards anyways. Tilt whirl and a backstabber from Dorada. Cassidy counters an arm drag from Dorada, rolls him with the crucifix, gets the win. I thought this was cool. It was an interesting contrast just because, like, usually Cassidy gets beat up most of the time by, like, someone bigger, like just hitting harder. It's like Dorada's kind of similar because they're both, like, kind of speedy.
Yeah.
So it was kind of interesting to see. They have their similarities, but I thought they're good.
Yeah, Dorada continues to just be cool to watch, right? He's still just doing stuff that I haven't seen him do. So until I've watched too much of him or whatever, he's fun. Yeah, it's a good match. It's obviously not one of the strongest ones in the C2, but still really fun.
Bad about it, yeah.
No.
And then, like, we watched Bang Bang Gang FTR, which I thought was pretty good. I think I was kind of getting tired during, because I remember watching half of it. Like, it sucks because I wanted to watch it, so I might have to watch it again because
I wrote down,
I was just really tired.
Good TV match for sure. Never ascended to the level I wanted, particular because Bang Bang Gang were not winning here, so that drama it's not there for me, right? I got good finish for the heel champions because they went after Juice's leg, right, to make him tap out.
Yeah,
so I thought that was like a good heel finish for them.
The finish is cool.
Like I thought it was a good match, but I was hoping for something awesome. But again, it was late at night, right? So
yeah,
was it? We were both tired.
It was a little late.
Must have been, yeah. All right. So that's going to wrap up our AEW talk. We'll move into a little break between talking wrestling shows to do a little bit of wrestling trivia. I kind of like the topic and actually the source of the questions this week. So let's get into that now. It's off the top of his head. So in Punk's promo, which was mostly directed at Braun Breaker this week, he called him a cross-eyed something Nepo baby. So that got me down the rabbit hole of like nepotism in wrestling. And then it actually hit on so it's an actual article, so I don't have to worry about AI being wrong. I'm assuming it's the Sportster that they have their research done.
Yeah.
So theirs is wrestling kids who dropped out of the family business, or what I was calling like failed Nepo babies. Okay. So they have a couple hints, or I can pull some more out of the text if we need to. Some of them I think are pretty clear, but we'll see. So this person began his training in WWE. His last televised match was in 2022. He is the son of a former multi-time champion in the NWA. He has appeared in WWE, don't remember, TNA, NWA, and New Japan. Most known to me in TNA as part of a pretty underwhelming faction.
Is it Aces and Eights?
It is. So which one do you want to take? One of the Nepo kids in there. Son of former multi-time champion.
Wes Briscoe?
Correct.
He was in AEW?
That's what they said. And that's why I'm like, really? No, not AEW. Sorry, WWE, TNA, NWA. New Japan.
I thought you said AEW.
No. Okay.
He was in WWE. Maybe that's what I was thinking.
Competed for WWE. Couple appearances in WCW. Former SCW champion. That doesn't mean much to me. Son of one of the biggest legends in the entire history of pro wrestling.
Where did he wrestle in?
Was with WWE for a little bit. WCW. Never really latched on anywhere. Career kicked off by competing for NWA before he made it to WWE in 1984. Given a big push because of his name.
San Martino?
Right. What's his first name?
David.
Correct. Some of these are tough. Held titles in NWA. Was in a tag team in WWE. Sorry, I'm going to find. Son of one of the fabulous Freebirds. Does that help you?
No.
Really? Well, this is exciting then. Was in a tag team in Once I say his partner was, you'll know who it is. Also went by the name Slam Master J in WWE.
I feel like I should know that.
Tag team with Luke Gallows.
Jesse?
Yeah.
He's really?
The son of Terry Gordy.
Oh, I did not know that. Oh,
He's Ray Gordy.
Okay.
Yeah, he played Jesse.
Jesse and Festus.
This one's tough too. So his father was a WWE guy in the 80s, like a short powerhouse. Successful run, but he was a world tag team champion with Tito Santana.
Martel?
No. Also top challenger for WWE Championship against superstar Billy Graham. This is the dad. The son made appearances in WWE, WCW, and NWA.
Steamboat?
Never top of the card, star like his father. Polish, does that help?
Oh, Putski.
Yeah.
Scott Putski?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. This one I think you'll get. 2-time tag team champion. Career had a couple of runs. First debuted under a different name as part of a faction.
I don't know.
Was in a tag team with Ryback.
Curtis Axel?
Yeah.
Rybaxel.
That's right.
It's a terrible name.
This guy wrestled from 2006 to 2017. 2-time world tag team champion in WWE.
2006 to 2017.
Solid run with the company. Father was one of the all-time heels of like the 80s, 90s.
Jason Jordan, because his dad was Kurt Angle.
No, 80s, 90s. Come on now.
Um,
Amazing heel who never held the title though.
His dad or him?
His dad.
That makes him sound like Jake Roberts.
But remember, these are all failed.
Oh, right.
Nepo baby, so they're not successful, but their parents were.
Come
on now.
I don't.
They thought he would get a huge push in the Legacy faction.
DiBiase.
Yeah.
2017, really? Oh, I guess not in WWE.
Is that right? This one you already guessed a little while ago. He was early in NXT, then a serious back injury.
Jason Jordan.
No.
Richie Steamboat.
Yes. Very good. Wow.
Yeah, because he was in like OG NXT, not like a game show, but OG Black and Gold.
Woman became a social media influencer, interviewed various wrestlers. Father is a former WWEF whatever champion.
Brooke Hogan.
No. Due to her boyfriend Frank the Clown becoming a wrestler.
Who?
If I give the name of the show, she was featured on a show on the WWE network, a reality show.
Noelle Foley.
Correct.
Nice.
I didn't want to say Holy Foley because how do you not get it?
I actually do remember
her. Yeah. Is this?
I watched some like ringside collectibles videos where she was in it, so I do remember her a bit.
Again, this must be true. 15-time hardcore champion, former WCW tag team champion. He was involved in wrestling from 96.
Stasiak.
Correct. Very good. He was a 15-time hardcore champion when it was hot potatoing.
Probably, yeah. 24/7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like Raven held it like 27 times or something.
This one's tough. Wrestled from 2005 to 2017. Former OVW tag team champion. Former WWE tag team champion.
Rico?
No, son of an 80s superstar who I guess influenced Mick Foley to become
a Funk?
No, because he went to watch this guy jump off of a cage.
Oh, Snuka. Sim Snuka?
Yeah, was he a WWE tag champ?
Deuce and Domino.
Oh, right. I actually didn't hate them. That's funny. I forgot that.
Then he was Sim Snuka after that.
I forgot that was the same person.
Yeah.
Who is this person the son of? I don't even know. Oh, you'll never get this one. Wrestled from 2011 to 2013. Father is in the WWE Hall of Fame. That's impossible. That's Vader's kid.
Vader had a kid?
Yeah. Former TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champion. Come on. She was terrible.
Brooke Hogan.
Because I watched this.
No.
No. One of the most famous wrestling families in history. A feature film was made of them, in fact.
Lacey Von Erich?
Yes. She was so bad.
I've never seen it.
She was so bad. I was watching it every week then. TNA, Aces and Eights, the other one.
Oh, Garrett Bischoff?
Yes. That's one of the worst. That's one of the most egregious offenses, I think.
It's Bischoff's kid. Yeah,
and he just was like, I don't know how much he had actually trained. Woman you already guessed earlier as a Nepo baby.
Hogan.
Correct. There's just so.
Because wasn't like Hogan's whole thing trying to get like her pop music career going, and it just like didn't.
Is that what it was?
I think so.
2 titles in WCW. Wrestled regularly for 10 years.
David Flair.
Yes. Yes, and that
Wolfpack member.
That was the last one. Good job. All right. Back to talking weekly wrestling. I'm going to fly through some Raw and a little bit more of NXT. We call it Highspots and Restholds. So let's talk a bit of Raw. As I said, Walter got major heat when he came out.
Walter.
Sorry, Gunther. I wrote Walter too. He didn't really say.
Old habits die hard.
He didn't really say a ton. He's basically like he made Cena tap like a little bitch, and he'll be forever known as the man who made Cena give up. And he's like in a black trench coat, right? All in black now.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like walking backstage, I guess, and it's clear everybody's mad at him, obviously, including Adam Pearce. And then
they're mad at him for winning a match
in the parking lot. Yeah. In the parking lot, AJ's like at his car or something, and Gunther gives him the "you can't see me" thing. So I guess that's the first program coming out of this is he destroys AJ, which is fine.
Or they could be building him retiring AJ too. Imagine.
Yeah, Gunther is just the guy that retires.
He's
people.
the legend killer. Even
There
though
you
he's
go.
Old.
And then you talked about already, we go back in time and the Usos beat the New Day. Spear and a 1D to Kofi for the win. I think it was the spear to take out the other one, Woods.
Probably Jay's suck-ass spear.
And then the 1D for the win. Kabuki Warriors attack Rhea and Io. Asuka in the crowd, like front row, misting Rhea. Then they beat down Io, and then Io ends up, the big thing was sacrificing herself. She like lies on top of Rhea so that the insane elbow, it doesn't hit Rhea, it hits Io. So isn't that
one that just like
they really like each other?
It still hits Ripple. Like the weight still comes on her.
The weight still does, but the pointy little elbow of Kairi Sane goes into the kidneys of Io instead. Right. Maxine beat Ivy Nile. Most notable thing there was Ivy Nile's hair is out of the braids and really long. It's very strange.
Weird. I don't think I noticed that.
Because I was like, why is it so different? But because it was always in like cool, tight braids, right? So now she's got long, flowing blonde hair. It's strange. Javon Evans is there, and he's, like you said, going to face one of the Americanos next week. You said
Tyler
Bate, right? So that could be awesome.
I don't think he's going to wrestle like Tyler Bate, though.
No. Punk talked about Breaker, talked about that. Lots of shots at the Breaker family, sort of, and the lack of intelligence. And Nikki Bella cheated, right? It was Vaquer Rodriguez. Bella came in, kind of attacked both, but then focused on Vaquer with the Rack Attack 2.0, which I feel stupid saying. So the Nikki, Bella, Stephanie Vaquer stuff continues for whatever reason. And then we got the big reveal, like you said, it was Logan Paul taking on Rey Mysterio, and the masked man in black shows up to stomp Rey on the apron, right? And then goes up into the stands and reveals it's Austin Theory. You're just being dramatic. Why wouldn't you just come out as Austin Theory and do it if you're about to go reveal anyways?
Okay.
Just for the drama.
He just loves it, yeah.
Okay. That was Raw in a nutshell. Like, whatever. Things happened. NXT, we opened with Javon Evans in the parking lot, waiting for Ricky Saints, because Ricky Saints basically turned heel, right? Pulled the referee out, cost Javon his title match against Oba Femi last week. So he's mad and waiting for Saints to arrive, and Ava comes up and wants him to come inside the building, but he refuses. And just before this, there was like, it's hard to explain, but they did an amazing job of putting a package together of the finish of that match. You know, when they do like, it's the actual footage, but they'll slow stuff down or speed stuff up and kind of cut it. Yeah, it looked great with the whole like Javon basically having the match won, and then Ricky Saints, even I think highlights of their interactions leading up to that. And then, awesome package. They do a great job with those things, but a little bit too much Ava on the show for me. This was the first appearance. I feel like she was on 3 or 4 times, but as we go through, you'll notice. So later in the show, it's Leon Slater convinces Evans to come in the building to support him during his main event, because they're doing a 4-way for the main event, because everybody that lost in the Iron Survivor has earned a #1 contenders match. When you think about it,
the guy who won it already shot his shot, so now they're just like,
right.
It's like the last chance match.
Your reward for losing the match is you get maybe a title shot, which is nice. And he was like, oh, Ricky might not even show up at all, and you're just going to be sitting in the parking lot all day. So he came in. And then, like we talked about, Thea Hail, quote unquote, beat Blake Monroe for the NXT Women's Championship. So 9 minutes. The match itself was fine, but obviously overshadowed by like the sudden finish that wasn't supposed to happen. It was like a record scratch, you know, and it's like just off and everybody was scrambling to figure out what to do. And then later they gave Hale an interview with Kelly Kincaid where she was just like hyper talking about it. And then Jordan Grace comes in and says she's like, I guess you figured all this out faster than I did. And then Monroe comes in and refers to Grace again as, like she says, enjoy your new muscle muffin or something. And then Thea Hail hugs Jordan Grace, and it doesn't look like Grace is thrilled. So I don't know. Is it going like heel Grace beats Hail, or just angry face? I don't know.
Angry face.
Or did they just leave it on Hail now? I don't think so.
I know like they're making a match for New Year's Evil, so.
And again, they already recorded stuff. I feel like
Monroe, they're gonna
just get it right back.
I feel like, but I don't know.
Clearly they had stuff planned
that they were.
Bet you they wish they had house shows now. They could have just flipped it back on a house show and been like, see, exciting stuff happens on house shows. You never want to miss it.
NXT does do house shows sometimes. So like if they had timed it right.
Yeah.
Or like I guess by chance had that. Yeah, imagine.
That would have been smart. The culling are somewhere. There's a doll on a stool. I couldn't make out if the doll was Spears or Vance or whoever it was. And basically, it's Izzy Dame talking about how she's done with Paxley and moving on, but you can tell Spears and Vance are sort of not, I guess, is the point, moving on. And somebody says it explicitly later, just in case we didn't pick it. It's one of those, like, in case you idiots didn't pick up on it, someone's just going to say it for you. So then we get Ethan Page in the ring. He's frustrated by being attacked by Tony D with according to him, without provocation, right? Mm-hmm. And then Stax and Ariana Grace come out instead. And Stax is basically like, he wants more gold because his wife loves gold and the mixed titles would fit the bill. So then we get Moose and he starts laying into Stax. So Page is such a good heel. It's like Moose is laying into Stax. So Page is like, okay, I'm just kind of sneaking out of here because I don't like, it's kind of like he's putting over Moose as scary.
Yeah.
And then like, but his attention's turned to him. So I'm going to just get out of here. But then Moose turns his attention to Page and says like he's laser focused on the North American title. And then Page is kind of like, you got to talk to Ava. And because she's the worst GM, Moose is always like, I already talked to her and you're going to. So
she is.
Make matches without consulting the champion, right? Like just a guy comes from another company and goes, hey,
technically it doesn't work there. Yeah.
Hey, I want a shot at this guy in your company. Don't tell him. And she's like, yep, you got it.
Okay.
Awesome. So Page and Moose will probably have a good match, right? Page is awesome in whatever role he's in. Not sure about Stax and Ariana yet. They have potential to be like obnoxious heel couple for sure, but I find character-wise, she overshadows him a lot. Like he's trying to keep up with her, but she's so...
He also needs a better name. Channing Stax Lorenzo is a terrible name.
I know. It's not helping him at all.
It's always been terrible.
So we're clearly getting a mixed tag match there.
I guess, yeah.
I think. Anyways. Hank and Tank beat OTM, which I was a little surprised. 14-minute match. But I guess it's like Hank and Tank are back from excursion. So, but then OTM's been like vignettes and squash matches, and
it's one of those things where if you don't want them to lose, you don't have to book that.
It felt like this was, let's see what OTM can do in a 14-minute tag match. And to be honest, like the match wasn't bad, but it was because Hank and Tank have that energy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even though they're not exactly ring generals, just the energy they bring makes it a little bit interesting. Because I feel like it was, despite OTM, not because of them, that it was decent. You know what I mean? Okay, and I really think Nima's limited. Like I'm starting to do one of those like, let's see the moves he actually does. Like how many wrestling moves beyond like punch, kick, clothesline does he do? And it's not a high number for sure. But anyways, Hank and Tank win. Jasper Troy's with Ava. She's like, oh yeah, we should probably maybe do a speed tournament at some point because you exist and you have the title. And I said I only included this so that Jack is super up to date on Jasper Troy because I know you're wondering.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot, like, what % of your thoughts day to day are like, I wonder what Jasper Troy is up to, would you say? Like, over, under 8%?
Under. Maybe 1.
So then Ricky Saints gets his turn to be a heel in the ring. He brings security people there to protect him. Again, cost Javon Evans his title shot. So he is very relentlessly booed by the live crowd. Like they are on board to just support heel Ricky Saints. So he wanted to prove to the world he's the guy who can carry any brand. Didn't have any more options. He realized to get ahead, he had to obsess with being number one. And everyone was searching with the man to beat Oba, but he was that man because he did, right? I think
he did. Oh, yeah, because that's who won the title.
He goes on to say the fans like Evans better, and Evans tried to jump the line to get to Oba. Saints had to remind Javon that Saints is still the man. He will get what he wants, even if he has to stab you in the back or the front. He's done with popularity contests, and he's the main eventer. Evans comes out. He's too mad to say anything, so he just attacks Saints. Doesn't go his way, though. He ends up taking a Rochambeau on the announce table. Actually looked pretty good. And, like, this wasn't an MJF level heel performance by Saints, but I texted you in the moment. I think he's so much more interesting as a heel. He can do a lot more, I think, with this. His reasoning is kind of basic, right? Like you're jumping the line.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do things right and people are getting ahead of me. So it's fine. It's a logical thing for a wrestler to say. But yeah, he's been underwhelming to me since he came. Because I think you like him more than I do. I like him.
I liked him. Like, our peers, I liked him more, and then I wanted him to do more. But then I kind of cared less as they like weren't gonna do much with him.
I think he's like 85% of a really awesome wrestler, kind of in every area.
I think he's a great mid-carder.
I do too. And he's like butting up against that.
Yeah.
But he's not. I don't think he's quite a main eventer. Ren and Kendall Gray beat Fallon Henley, and Lainey Reed. And I told you, like, Kendall Gray is pretty awesome, I think, already in ring. She's getting
What was her background again? Do you remember?
She's an amateur wrestler.
Okay.
And I think that's part of it. Because
I do think so.
Her like transitions and even like standing switches, I almost forgot what they're called, are so much more fluid and fast, and just the way she moves and goes through things, it looks so much more realistic and more explosive than a lot of people. I'm getting pretty excited. I just worry about like the character bit.
Interest of her, yeah.
So, and it's weird because she could do a shooter gimmick, but she's also like kind of small.
Yeah.
So it's like small shooter. I don't care, but it doesn't play well to WWE people, right? Like,
those are two things that they don't.
It's kind of like you're a less jacked Ivy Nile. Better wrestler than Ivy Nile, but that same kind of like.
But that doesn't matter to them.
She can legit kill you, kind of thing. But anyways, pretty good tag match. Finish was Ren taking Reed out, or Jane and Reed out on the floor with a high cross, and then Gray hit a lightning fast counter into a really like realistic looking cross arm breaker and a quick tap from Henley. So Kendall Gray's one to watch, man. She could be like a breakout 2026 candidate. I feel like she's really good.
Get her out of Evolve soon.
Yeah, I think she just needs to come to NXT full time and see what happens. We're in the women's locker room. Lola Vice tells Izzy Dame it doesn't, like, this was it. Lola Vice is like, sure doesn't look like Spears and Vance are done with Paxley, like off of me interpreting a look on a segment that just happened half hour ago, right? And then Kalani's moving her stuff back in and being all arrogant, and Vice tells her MMA, because they're adults, right? So Lola Vice is like, oh yeah? Well, MMA is better than gymnastics. Yeah, so we're going to settle that. That's going to be the...
I don't think those are both fighting forms,
That's going to be the, I think, athletically and, like, converting to WWE.
Well, yes, converting WWE.
So they're going to have a feud based off of their
sports
previous jobs, right?
That
tracks.
Yeah.
Shiloh Hill and Skylar Ray talk about their recent matches on NXT. He mentioned
I remember who Skylar Ray is.
He mentioned I didn't. I had to go back and see who she was. He mentioned Raccoons again, but I was too lazy to go back.
What do you have to go grab this time?
And transcribe. Nothing, because it was like she was with him, so it kind of keeps him
almost normal.
Normaler, yes. But there was comments about his teeth by Stax. Anyways, words are exchanged because Stax and Grace come up, and we're going to get a match between these two next week. Hooray. So a mixed tag. We're getting too many mixed tag for my taste as well.
Because they have those AAA titles floating about.
That's exactly what it is. And I mean, it puts Green and Page together, and I think they're awesome. So whatever. Leon Slater won the main event to become he's the best of the losers. He becomes the number one contender.
He's the new king of the bums.
King of the bums. For the NXT championship, he won the main event 4-way. It had Bourne, Lennox, and Joe Hendry, right? Hendry was pretty impressive, like power spotting, throwing everybody around for a good stretch of it. He hit, I don't know if it's a new finisher, but I forget what it was called. It actually looked kind of cool, and they said he'd hit it before on NXT. It's not the standing ovation. Anyways, I'll make note of it next time I see it.
Okay.
So he hit that on Bourne for 2, but pulled Joe and stopped the pin. Does that make sense? That's what my note says. Hendry hit his new finisher, ? On Bourne for 2, but pulled Joe and stopped the pin. Oh, Joe Hendry. Got it. That does make sense. Slater up top, Swanton 450 on Bourne, and he picks up the win. So, again, not one of your employees beating 3 of your employees for a shot at your championship.
Employee.
Right. So it's an interesting time. But yeah, fun match. Leon Slater's cool. Hendry again was like the power guy in the middle, and then Bourne and Lennox doing whatever they do. It was a fine episode of NXT. Nothing amazing. Anything else?
I don't think so because I did my collision stuff already. So
Yes.
I think look, that's
anything else from wrestling. I already talked JCW. I think that's about
You got
it
your Russo
for me.
out of the way.
So we will try and get to do some best of worst of in the not too distant
I
future.
think we have to wait till World's End, and that's probably fair to do it.
I'll start chipping away at that document. I've got some time in the next couple weeks here. But yeah, thanks for tuning in to episode 283. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you have a great holiday, whatever you celebrate. You celebrate it hard and well. And that you're back here next Saturday to talk about another week of wrestling with us. And until then, everybody, take care.